my honest take on Lindsay, Patrick, and the 3 children that lost their life. Honestly, right, I'm not the judge of anything, so this is just my own opinion. There's something about a mother and harming their children, right? That is not an environment where you see majority of mothers. So it's like saying statistically how many women are there harming and unaliving their kids. Those numbers are very low, right? Now this is just based on statistics. So what that shows you is that women are not capable of just killing. Even if they do, that is not normal. There's something is involved, right? That's just aside. And then we have a father figure, right? Patrick. He did everything right. There was nothing I would hold him for and be like, okay, maybe if he has done this the other way, then the whole scenario or the whole outcome would have been different. Probably, maybe if he had done something else, I'm sure he's already there telling himself that if only he hadn't gone, if only do you have any idea how much this is going to hurt him too? So to watch a lot of women on TikTok especially accuse him of doing it is such a deranged thing to do. It is so sick. You don't do that to somebody that lost his children. Those are also his kids. They were his family. So not only was he going to come home to dead kids, it was also going to come home to a dead ex-wife. And nobody thinks that is going to affect him in any way. And some people even go as far as saying the fact that he didn't shed tears on the witness ground means what? He's guilty of something you can't even prove. That is not in any way a case or a reason to hate a grieving father. He is a grieving father. He has emotion. You should consider that. Imagine you were put in his own shoe. How would you feel? Now for the children, those children really were traumatized. You know, they died by strangulation, and honestly I would not wish that on anybody, but it happened, right? Why did it happen? It didn't happen because their mother was 100% normal. Whether you want to think she acted on it or she did it, however you want to think about it, just know that even if you don't believe that there was a voice she was hearing, just know that this is not the regular things mother go around doing. So as a mother, your first instinct is not to kill your child, is not to kill your babies. So that is just what I want you to consider as somebody that is looking at this story and was wondering, oh, I blame the father, oh, I blame the wife. Honestly, I don't really think blaming anybody is going to change anything. I don't think coming up with conspiracy is going to make anybody feel better. What happened was a tragic thing that happened to a family. A father lost 3 of his kids and almost lost his ex-wife. A mother lost 3 of her children by her own hand, killed them by strangulation. Do you have any idea how much pain she's going to be in just to live for that alone? She even killed those kids and then she wanted to kill herself. Do you think she was going to kill them and then she was going to go on and live on with her life? No, she planned to end her own life on that same spot. You know, she slashed her wrist and then she jumped off their house. She was going to die had it not been that Patrick actually got there the time he did. So all of this thing is just a sad thing, like I said. And then even the medical, right? Even all the doctors, all the episodes she told some of the doctors, the psychiatrist, you know, everything she listed that she has been, you know, going through. If somebody has just decided to do something differently, taking the children away from her, at least for some month or so, like I could see, look, there are a million things I could say right now, right? That if we apply or if she applied, might have made the outcome different. What's the point of that? She has already killed the children. And now if you are somebody that thinks she doesn't deserve punishment for her action, well, I want to tell you, you're wrong. She should get punished for what she did. Now how she did it, right, might not necessarily be, you know, like, oh, she really wanted it, or she was coerced to do it. However you want to think about it, she still has to pay for a crime. And now Patrick, he has to live with the fact that the whole world are blaming him for something he didn't even do. We are not even considering how he's feeling. That is such a nasty thing to do. Look, this case is somehow personal to me, but I will be honest, the first time I heard about it, I'm like, yo, she's such an evil person. Why is she even on trial? Why is she not executed or something like that? Because that was like my initial thoughts, right? Because I'm like, yeah, killing children, 3 by strangulation, you being their mother. To me, that was like a very demonic thing. It was like an evil thing, you know. But then I come to realize that you don't have to judge things based on how you perceive them, right? First, you have to understand You have to understand the whole surrounding. You have to understand what really happened. Now, I'm not saying Lindsay is ignorant on anything she do, but what I'm saying is that she's a mother, and as a mother, the first instinct of a mother isn't to start killing their babies. So when you see that unfolding, what that tells you is that something is wrong, right? So the fact that something is wrong, and she was supposed to take medic, and maybe the medic failed her also. Maybe if we want to start blaming people, I'm sure they have their own share of it too. If we want to start blaming Patrick, I'm sure there's something he could have done differently. If we want to blame Lindsay, I'm sure there is something she could have done differently. But you know who out of this whole equation will not take any blame for anything are those kids, because they were innocent. So their innocence, right, means that Lindsay has to pay for a crime. Now, however the court wants to rule it is for them to do, I think she deserves to pay for her crimes, because those kids were innocent. There's just no way we can look away from this, right? Even though she's a mother, she's going to grieve till she dies. She might probably not be able to, I don't know what's going on in her head. All I know is that her being alive is already a torture to her herself, right? So if you think Patrick did it, if you're coming up with this conspiracy theory, please, for the love of God, don't do it. He's also going through something. She deserves to pay for her crime. So she deserves to be jailed. If she deserves to be jailed, that's what I think. She should pay for her crime. However the courts want to rule out, I'm in full support of it. She deserves to pay for it. And for Patrick, honestly, I hope the Lord just give him peace. So everybody that thinks she should not be jailed, or she should not receive any punishment because postpatrum is a real deal, then what about the people that are sociopaths or psychopaths? Does that mean we should also pardon them because of what they have going on? So we have to always keep by the standard. So it doesn't matter how I feel. This is an objective view. So whoever kills somebody deserve a punishment. If you take a life, you're going to get punished for it. These things we sympathize with it, but the law is still the law. And honestly, I hope Lindsay will. I hope she'll find peace, because there's no going back from this. There's no going back. Anyway, this is just my opinion on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section.